Hello, and welcome to another dodgy start to the Abusecartoons Livestream. So I just put up a comment on Facebook, but I think it went into all the chat, all the different chats by bot, that Facebook is muting because of the Fun in a Bottle, the MacLeod, royalty-free, free to use with credits music. They're saying in countries that they don't have musical rights, they're just muting the whole thing. Yeah, let me know if you watch this on Facebook and if it has no sound. It doesn't have any sound in Japan, so I think that's why I see that warning. But I'm wondering if the U.S. and Europe and wherever this is seen, I'm wondering what's happening. So just drop me a comment if that's a thing. And I might just stop, streaming it to Facebook. There's no point. Maybe they'll be out of business before then anyhow, before I even have to care. They're doing so well recently. Oh, sorry. Still, the fall allergies. I'm hoping for winter so I can stop being so sniffly. It sounds really good on a microphone, I'm sure. Hey, First Amendment Defender, how's it going? Yeah. So I have no idea what. I think that was a very early thing. We were just trying to share videos of my daughter when she was really small. And of course, the TV was on in the background, and something. Like Blue's Clues, something from America, like Blue's Clues or something was playing on the television. And Facebook caught that and just deleted, back in the day, whatever their version of like a copyright strike was, but it wasn't a strike. You didn't get 3 of them. It's just like they instantly banned you. So we couldn't put videos of my daughter on Facebook. They disabled our ability to upload video because there was music, copyrighted music playing in the background of one video, one time. Good system they got there. So, yeah, it's always been a terrible platform. And I just really hate. I mean, a lot of people have already commented about that, but how they encouraged people to build an audience and allowed you to even have business web pages and things there, and then they limit your reach. So you build up this group of followers, and then they ask you to boost your post, by paying them money to let all of your followers see what you're posting. That's just insane. I mean, there's got to be some class action suit pending for that, because I know they haven't probably legally established what any of that means, followers or clicks or any of that, access to anything. But that seems pretty diabolical that they are getting all that data from you and finding out people that are interested in whatever it is that you're selling, and now they have that data to use for their targeted ads and things, and then they make you pay if you want. If you want to reach your own customers, they make you pay for it. Yeah, that's amazing. So yeah, I occasionally get people messaging me and say, "Oh, I haven't seen you. You haven't posted anything." And I don't do anything on Facebook aside from this, automated posting, and that's probably why I get dinged for it. But yeah, just because I get buried in their little algorithm, and because I'm not paying them to to promote it to people, and you don't even know what that even means. So yeah, I think that was a really bad idea, and a real short-sighted idea, which I think is eventually gonna. So I think their ad revenue was having trouble anyway, because unfortunately though, that's not gonna mean anything because they own Instagram as well. So they'll just do the same nonsense on another platform. Yeah, but that kind of stuff is annoying, and I didn't want to make any changes. Like, I don't want to change that music just for a few countries that I may not have many viewers that can't hear it. But I'm surprised they don't just mute the track, they mute the entire stream. I guess that's the easiest thing to do. But yeah, as always. It's so funny. I'm just really tired of it because I think I've been doing it for just way too long. Trying to, figure out the angle for all these platforms and kind of chase things. I mean, I don't do it. It's not like a full-time job like it was at one point, but chasing, search engine scoring and everything. And it's just meaningless because it just goes away. So you like work hard to, if it's a very cat and mouse, and you work hard to figure out how to get stuff seen or whatever, and then they just constantly move the goalposts, or some platform that you figured out, which did happen a lot more back in the day too. A platform that you figure out just becomes obsolete, and so all that knowledge that you have of how to get things seen somewhere, it just goes away. So yeah, it's really strange. We have this very rapid obsolescence of knowledge and skills and things that is very surprising, very strange. And the older you get, the more meaningless it feels. So I'm trying to come up with something. So there's a funny thing, and I was unsuccessful. So I had a couple of extra days to hit some convenience stores and try to make this work, but I was completely unsuccessful. And I think probably because of the popularity and how the stock works at convenience stores. It sells out. You have to really know what time of day certain things come in to take advantage of things. But the Lawson convenience store here did this series of test items. So they put them in this kind of plain or silver packaging. So they're really, and they have like a handwritten script on them, so they're very easy to find. And they did these 7 items that they want people to vote on, and some of them were really strange. And the one, I think because it is so strange, the one that was the hardest to find, that I had no luck even finding like an empty space where it used to be, is a flavorless candy. So it's like a hard candy, like a drop, or like a little lozenge shaped candy that has no flavor. So it's just made with like synthetic sugar, and so I really was curious about what in the world that is and what they thought the audience was for that. I like candy, but I don't like all the sweetness. You just want something. I mean, why did you just suck on a marble or something if you want something that tastes like nothing? But yeah, I was really curious about what that meant as far as no flavor, how far they would actually take that. But that was, I think, the hardest one to find. So I'm only 2 for 7, so not even batting 500. It was really hard to find stuff. And some of the stuff was alcohol anyhow, so I probably shouldn't have it because I have to do any driving or anything. I have no idea. That they've really started chasing the high proof canned alcohol here. There's a lot of like 9% drinks, and a lot of them are like very fruity chew highs and stuff. So they're like fruit juice and like vodka, basically, like a kind of cheap Japanese vodka. And those will get you messed up pretty fast, especially because they come in the tall cans. So I'm not sure how many ounces that is. If like short ones are like 300 or 350 milliliter, these are probably like 500. I don't know, something like that. But those tall cans of 9% with carbonation. Yeah, so it's all kinds of fun. But yeah, so again, more fun with schedules this week. So sorry I wasn't able to be here the usual day, but made it a couple of days later. Yeah, if the notifications, I'm always thinking if the notifications work okay, then people should should be getting notified that things are live. Oh yeah, and the after I missed that date, of course, I thought, oh yeah, that's Halloween night anyhow. So I think a lot of people are going to be hanging out on a live stream on Halloween night. They're going to be egging a house or something. All right. So, yeah, that was really shocking, the news we got from South Korea. But kind of the crushing incident that they had. And I don't think South Korea is really, and yeah, I'm not saying anything negative about Korean people, but the government itself is not great with infrastructure. So these sorts of things can happen. They had I think it was like a ferry. I'm not sure if it was like one of those like party boats, or kind of if it was just getting people from one place to another for tourism, or if it was some sort of like sightseeing boating ride or whatever. But they had a boat sink in the sea, and like 300 people went down because they didn't have rescue available to save people. So yeah, they've got a little bit of problem with basic services and safety and security and stuff. So yeah, and I think they're starting to admit that now. I think there was a statement from the governor of Seoul, or some local politician, that said, yeah, we should have done more. We should have done better than let that many people pack into an alleyway, basically. So then, of course, because of that scare in Shibuya and the places in Japan where there was Halloween, there were tons of police. Just so it didn't have a repeat performance. But I think a lot of it is people just so desperately wanting to feel back to normal, and so doing things, they want to do things so much more intensely than they did previously, to lockups and things. I don't think they've had the Halloween event for 2 years now. So that means people are, and it just started to become a thing. So it was probably part of that contributed to it, is many more people just wanted to do something and have some sort of social life and do something outside of their tiny apartments. And this is what happens. Yeah, so that was real. I mean, when I saw that, I thought it was, some kind of, I don't know, it just didn't seem real. It seemed kind of like a joke or some kind of weird gag or something. Like, wow, why would somebody bother making something like that up? But then they started showing the video, and it's like, yeah, that's crazy. And I think part of it is in Asia in general, people are much more tolerant to being packed into small spaces, like on rush hour trains, and shopping. Not so much anymore with the rise of kind of online shopping, but New Year's shopping used to be insane. The stores were just crazy. The cashier lines, checkout lines, were hours of waiting, and just people were just packed in everywhere. So basically, there is a little bit, but there's not really Christmas presents here. You get money, your otoshidama, I'm saying that right. There's maybe another word in there, another syllable in there. Um, your New Year's money from your family, and it's quite a significant amount of money. And so then a lot of people in that first week of January want to go to the stores and spend it on something for themselves. So it's basically they just put the onus of, Christmas presents on you. Go buy yourself something nice, kid. And so the stores were insane. And that used to be a thing, and people tolerated that a lot. I mean, it was kind of fun because it only was really intense once a year, and kind of, just like Christmas shopping in shopping malls and things in America used to be just a huge nightmare. Because people would go after work and weekends and stuff. And yeah, so there was kind of a little bit of fun to it. It was a seasonal, a once a year kind of inconvenience. But I think so people tolerate that a lot more. And even praying at the shrines and temples and things on New Year's Day, there's a huge crush in the temple to get up. So you have little old women literally with their hands in the small of your back just pushing you, just because they want to make sure the crowd moves as fast as possible. And then you've probably seen, I don't think it's as common anymore, but you've probably seen the older video of the train station employees with the big wooden dowels or the big sticks, and just kind of ramming people into the train so the doors can close, just kind of squeezing everybody in. And that's really crazy because then when the doors open, people just kind of pop out, like opening with like a can of Pillsbury cinnamon rolls or whatever. You just like boo, and then people just come, falling out. But I guess it's never tight enough in those train situations where people asphyxiate. But so people tolerate that kind of squeezing and having someone on all sides of you. And in Asia, more and more people are, varying sizes now. It's not just everyone is kind of a, smaller 5 foot something. There's a lot of taller people now, bigger people. And so that discrepancy in height. Hey, Quartz, how's it going? The discrepancy in height makes it, a little dangerous for shorter people because, you can be just pressed against bigger bodies. Oh, nice. Yeah, good to see you, Quartz. Yeah, I always just start off with these goofy cubes. I'm just trying to get my because I don't draw every day, and especially the tablet. There's a little bit of a touch thing that I have to get used to get the variation of the line working. For some reason, it takes a little, and it's always. I don't know if you've experienced this, but I always run into this. It feels a little different every time. Like if there's been a Windows update or something's going on, like I don't always feel like I'm getting the same response from the pressure variation. And it's not with the tablet. I think it's with the software. I think it's with like how Photoshop. So maybe there are better ways to or better software for it. But Photoshop feels so hit and miss. And I think there's also some interference from Windows that I don't think it's still a thing. But their Inkscape, what are they calling it now? Yeah, because they have their little pen and tablet things, and But that used to be literally something that would stop Wacom drivers from working, is their Microsoft Inkscape or whatever they were calling it. It would interfere with the pressure sensitivity and everything of the Wacom drivers. So I always do this like warm up thing, and it gives me ideas too, because it's just kind of like brainstorming or whatever. I'll just draw a bunch of different things just to kind of get my touch back and to find out what what kind of sensitivity I'm dealing with this week. But I end up drawing a lot of what is it, 3/4 perspective cubes. Yeah, the turnip pen. Yeah. This is the chubby. I like the chubby rubber on the end of this one. So that's the most, and I put the so that it has a little bit more of a grab, because I went from felt pen, I went from Sharpie before, to digital, so I put the felt tip on it, so it's got a little bit of drag and grab, more like a marker on the screen. But and my tablet's really old. My tablet's, yeah, I think the model, it's probably 10, 12 years old. I think the when this model came out, but it's been really reliable, and I don't use so many of the controls. Like I don't have a grindy digital painting production pipeline or anything I have to deal with, so I don't use a lot of the controls on it. But it does have touch, which is nice. There's some things that ends up being really useful for. And also when it's accidentally on, there's things that get really confusing about why stuff isn't responding when touch is on. But I'm sure they've made some great improvements. They're because this one has kind of a big curved bezel on it, the edges of it. And there's a pretty wide, the frame, the actual screen is only like 23, 22 inches diagonal, and there's a huge like kind of fat frame on it. But it's nice because you have a place to kind of rest your arm and stuff, and then you can kind of lay down on it if you want to. And the newer ones I notice are thinner and less bezel and kind of less going on. So I like this one. This is the one that I always wanted back in the day, and I'm surprised that it's hung in there so much. I've seen people selling these too for pretty decent prices, so I guess they do hang in there. Even though there's been, I think, a couple generations, there's probably been a few generations of improvements. But yeah, this isn't the one with the dial on it. I think that's a newer thing. There's like a little switch with a dial. Like they have that digitally represented here, but yeah, I think one of the iterations has a little kind of old school iPod control on it. Right. Oh, Clip Studio has a pen line called the Turn. Oh, I see. Oh, no. Yeah, I haven't used the Turnip pen. That's cool. Yeah, this has just pressure sensitivity, so it lets the driver for the Cintiq tell you, yeah, so you can get pretty thin to thick lines. And I'm not inking pencil stuff or sketches so much. I'm just doing straight like cartooning with ink. But you can get pretty decent. Yeah, I haven't used. I think my daughter uses Clip Studio. I forget. But she draws almost exclusively on iPad now, so it's definitely not Photoshop, because I think Photoshop on iPad is still got some problems. The Turnip pen. Yeah, so I have that option, and I'm not sure if it's giving me my full like thousands of levels of sensitivity in Photoshop, but the Wacom driver has that in there. And it's funny because I had a temporary tiny little 8-inch Cintiq that I was using during beginning of the lockdown, and it had significantly about half the amount of sensitivity, and you could really feel it. Like the feeling from the drawing is totally different. So Photoshop must be letting a lot of that through. Yeah, no, I haven't played around much with Clip Studio. I just, because of the compatibility of Photoshop to After Effects to Premiere, a lot of the stuff that I've been doing, I've just kept it in the Adobe family, which I'm sure is a mistake. But I just like how and I'm sure most of the files now support, or most of the software supports a lot of cross compatibility, because I know a lot of non-Photoshop graphics programs support PSDs and things like that. So I'm sure I could make a move if I had a very specific need that Photoshop wasn't fulfilling. I think I would deal with that. But yeah, I'm just way too used. It's been too many years. It's like an old dog, and new tricks and all that kind of stuff. But the Illustrator, Photoshop, After Effects is so nice to be able to move stuff back and forth and maintain layers and the kind of stuff that it does. And if it is compatible, if other software is compatible, there's always a possibility that I'll lose something. And I think that's why I think that's part of Adobe's trick is they add little stupid things. Like they added 3D. They actually literally added 3D into Photoshop. It was just a nightmare. And I think it's gone now. I think they made it a separate program. But they had simple, 3D geometry and the ability to kind of move your 2D things in 3D, give you angles and things that were, based on strict 3D geometry. But I think they gave up on that. Occasionally you hit that, whatever that accidentally, that keyboard shortcut or the button that turns everything into 3D and gives you the XYZ axes. And it's pretty, pretty bizarre. And it slows it down, so much. And Photoshop doesn't need any more slowing down. But yeah. So it's just that thing where I got stuck. But I would definitely, if there was something I needed to do, try to do it outside. I was using when it's Fractal Designs Painter, and then it became Corel. I think Corel bought it, so Corel Painter. I did do a lot of natural media kind of simulated drawing in the Painter program, which I'm sure I think a lot of the newer, like, Clip Studio and stuff, a lot of those newer graphics software, they simulate natural media much better than Photoshop. And that was the big attraction. Yeah, so... But I haven't had a need to do that. I've kind of simplified. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Corel is fun. Yeah, Adobe is definitely a trap because they were smart enough to make all their keyboard shortcuts and everything pretty much equivalent. So once you get fast with one, if you can translate a lot of that speed and those skills into other software. But yeah, I agree, it's a trap. And then I should have known, what a sucker I was when they decided, oh yeah, so we have this creative cloud, whatever, the CC of Adobe, everything. They gave up their numbering and all of a sudden it was Adobe CC. So you just have to pay $50 a month or $150 a month, if you want everything, and you'll have all the software and it'll be constantly updated. And it's just as lousy as it ever was. But they're able to add things in there to probably keep the I don't know what this is, to keep the, files less compatible with other programs and stuff. But, I mean, graphic software as a service, that's just pure evil. And then they had to kind of step that back and say, oh, okay, well, if you just want Photoshop and just using it for photo editing because you're a photographer, here's the photographer's bundle, which costs less, and there's educational bundles and everything. But I'm wondering how many companies had to do that, had to immediately get 8 $50 a month licenses for their graphics departments. Oh, yeah, I haven't messed with that yet. Somebody just mentioned that. Yeah. Right. Yeah, subscription, that's just terrible. And then you're never, they gave up doing versions, so you're always in the middle of this half-assed, feature implementation, and they just, I think with the subscription, just like with Netflix or whatever, they just do stuff. They just, produce stuff to produce it. So they just add features that nobody really needs. But you look at what you got this, this month or this year in Photoshop, all of these wonderful features, just to try to justify some sort of subscription. Yeah, it's very, I don't know what's going on there. It's very frustrating, that whole movement. And I can't believe how many people do that. They move to the model where they're not going to do version numbers. They're not going to tell you what the specs are, what's changed, anything. It's just the new iPad, the new Xbox, the new, it's like they want to shift into this thing where you don't have a lot of good information about, what's under the hood or what you're paying for in this new version. And it's funny, I was so shocked that even Dungeons and Dragons is going to do that. They're so afraid of putting a new version number on a tabletop role-playing game that they're doing that the new iPad, new iPhone trick, where they're just like, yeah, it's just D&D now. We're not going to tell you what anything that we did or anything that we plan to do. You just buy in, and I think that's going to become a subscription service as well. Just so stupid. The 50th anniversary of that game may be their last hurrah. I can imagine, unless they make Stranger Things forever, I'd imagine the discovery of that is going to go away. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, unless you're doing, because there's a couple of the Japanese programs that are so good for doing manga that there's no point in using. And I forget. Is it Clip Studio? I forget which one it is. But there's one that has all of the. There's a lot of stuff built in, like the zip lines and the dot screens and everything are all built in. So it's like, what's the point? You've got so much of that functionality right there. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think it is Clip Studio that I saw. Yeah, but you have to be in Japan then, because then you've got all of the great, the low cost doujinshi publishers, so you get all of your comic. I mean, I guess that's going away too, but you can get all of your comics printed at a really cheap price. So cheap that you can still sell them for 200 yen. That was the thing I was amazed at the doujinshi, which is the doujinshi is like an indie comics, or like independent comics, not big publisher comics. It's usually self-published or little circles publish stuff together. But it's independent comics, and I was surprised people that go to the shows just bring a bunch of, essentially dollar coins, 100 yen coins, because everything costs like 2, 3, maybe if it's really elaborate and really nice, 5. But it's all a certain number of few dollars, and they keep that price down because the production, the printing of black and white manga in Japan is kept so affordable. So it's like that late 80s indie comics boom never died, when they started to let creators do short run black and white comics in the US and Canada, and all of Cerebus and all those creator owned things appeared. It's like it never went away in Japan. Oh yeah. There's no way, literally, and even Korean and Chinese artists are finding that out too. There's no way you can compete with Japanese artists. They are just machines as far as production. Once there was 1 week where the manga artist for One Piece missed his deadline because he was in the hospital from exhaustion. So he produced, and a lot of it is they pass stuff around, they pass pages around. So just main art and things are done by the main artist, and then there's support, all backgrounds and various stuff, kind of like animation. They break down the jobs a little bit to help lighten the workload. But he only missed 1 week in Shonen Jump in the release schedule for One Piece because he was hospitalized from exhaustion because he didn't sleep or eat enough or anything. He just drew One Piece. But yeah, the dedication and and I think that the personality type that gets dedicated to manga. Unfortunately, that also means that they're very business wise. They're very easy to take advantage of. So yeah, it really sucks. They're not compensated. I mean, they're treated as national treasures and things, but they're not treated, or they're not compensated well. The funny story, which I think I've told before, is the Toriyama. Is it Akira Toriyama, the artist for Dragon Ball and Dr. Slump and Dragon Quest and everything? They actually built a road for him because between his house and the post office there was not a real direct route, so they built a little direct road for him because he needed to, basically like FedEx his boards to to the publisher, and they always, it's always done last minute. It's always done at the day of the deadline, and so they built a little. Once he had established himself professionally, they built him his own little road to take his bike to to drop off his boards at the post office. So yeah, that's very funny. So there, people are appreciated, and there's a whole Totori is all dedicated to the artist of Gegege no Kitaro. I'm totally blanking on his name. I'm really bad with names. Mizuki Shigeru, yeah. Shigeru Mizuki, the artist of he did a lot of yokai. Like he's very famous for his interpretations of all of the yokai characters from that story. And he had one arm. He was a one-armed manga artist. He lost his arm in the war. But the whole town. So anyhow, what I was saying is that the whole town of Totori is basically dedicated to him. Like they have these little bronze statues of all of his characters, and the museum is there, and a lot of the local shops, have sweets or whatever, based on his stuff. But yes, right. Yeah, it's really hard to be in Japan and not enjoy anime because it's everywhere. It's nice though to see like my daughter and students and stuff enjoying it, but yeah, it's hard. And now it's like the new stuff is so like so many generations of fans of fans of fans. So it's it's been a couple of generations already of fans of the work drawing the stuff that it's getting a little bit too inside and meta, and yeah, not a lot of innovation going on in anime. Although I do appreciate that it exists, like a different type of storytelling from basically Hollywood storytelling. I like how it's very samey, like every series, and there's a lot of similar characters and everything. But I do enjoy, like, there's an alternative kind of storytelling method, and I think it's done a lot of damage though to people creatively, because there's a lot of people that are imitating kind of the style of dubbed animation that they watched as a kid, or kind of like lost in translation type animation. So a lot of webcomics and things have this really uncomfortable tone, kind of this, I don't know, manic, just bizarre tone, because they're imitating these tropes and these things that are from anime, and a lot of that is anime and manga, and a lot of that is because Japan is a very kind of repressed, emotionless. Your public face is quite emotionless most of the time, unless you're drinking or you're in a completely safe environment to express yourself however you want, which is pretty rare. So these outbursts of emotion and these crazy, like the crazy inner, feelings, these inner rage and things, that's very funny for Japanese people, because they spend so much of their time, working on a public face that doesn't give away any of their interior feelings. So that's why that stuff is funny, and that's why it works well as a trope. But Americans and most Western people, that's not a thing. So when you have characters having outbursts and stuff, it just looks like mental illness. It doesn't have any connection to like a repressed emotional state or anything that you have to maintain because that's the culture. That doesn't exist. People scream their heads off and act like children all the time in Western countries. So there's no contrast. And so the people that have adopted that as kind of attractive, usually they're attracted to it for, various strange reasons. And it just becomes them Yeah, it just becomes really weird, uncomfortable stuff. So I think it has done a lot of damage to how people think characters should act and how romance is portrayed and a lot of different stuff. It's really really strange. Yeah, because romance is super suppressed here. Come on, if you watch TV dramas, even like recent TV dramas in Japan, the the kind of maturity level of a lot of romantic relationships are portrayed is very juvenile, very very strange, and relationships move very slow. It's almost like this weird, 1950s. They're trying to preserve this, and and in a way they want kind of modesty and innocence and stuff to still come across or still feel like it's possible, but it seems very odd. So how would I keep drawing again and again? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah, Korean dramas are great. Yeah, everyone's got cancer in Korean dramas though. Always someone's always dying. Yeah, Japanese dramas are not good, and a lot of them are so they have no money. Like there's no budget for any of these things, and all they're doing most of the time is just either trying to bring a manga into live action, or they are just aping what was popular on American television. So like police dramas and medical dramas and stuff. Even think like legal dramas and things are popular. So yeah, it's really hard to find something interesting and original. Yeah, yeah. Koreans love big, passionate emotion. Yeah, it's interesting. The differences are very, very interesting. Uh, but yeah, I think there's been definitely some damage from people consuming uh, Japanese media, and and especially Japanese porn manga and stuff. Yeah, that hasn't done the world anything well. I mean, you have all these OnlyFans girls doing their what do they call it? The uh, oge a cow, oge ohegao, whatever that stupid face. Like that's become a thing that like was a invention of Japanese porno magazines, and now like girls are doing that in real life, and not Japanese girls. Which is a thing. I'm sure that might be an interesting study. Is how so many white girls are so closely duplicating the look and facial expressions and you know body type and everything of how women are drawn in adult meaning pornographic manga in Japan. That's a very weird phenomena. So those Japanese artists are drawing like a weird ideal for them that isn't really that possible for Japanese women to look like. And so there's this weird, yeah, weird population of girls that are trying to, trying to do that. It's brutal. Yeah, that's very very strange. So and it's I'm surprised that Japan's pop culture after all these years still is so powerful and influential. Their soft empire has infiltrated, you know, a lot of Western culture. It's very interesting. And they've been able, even with all the competition now, like Korea is pushing really hard, for to have a soft empire. But it's just I don't think it'll have that long lasting. I mean, I say that, and then like Korean cosmetics and pop music and everything is so dominant now, but I don't think it'll have the lasting appeal because it just doesn't have. I think so many people are. It just is Asian. I don't think a Korean identity is that strong, unless unless plastic surgery is an identity. All right, what am I drawing here? Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the things that Western people get excited about, yeah, with Japanese culture and stuff, are nothing in Japan. So it's interesting. A lot of bands and movies and stuff that are super well known or very celebrated outside of Japan have no one knows about them. So if you go through your favorite anime, your favorite Japanese movies, your favorite Japanese translated Japanese books, a lot of people are like, yeah, no, we don't know any of those things. And I think movies, because the movie industry here is so insulated and kind of it's just a few people, it's just a few companies and a few people. So a lot of the more independent directors, their only place that their films are shown is film festivals, and of course they get picked up by distribution in foreign markets, with subtitles and things. But in Japan, they have almost no exposure because there's not a huge, film festival culture here, and a lot of that stuff just never gets shown. So a lot of who we think are famous Japanese creatives are not even slightly well known here. It's very odd. All right, I don't know what I keep drawing. Try something. Oops. Try something else. Yeah. Yeah, it's very funny. All right, some more cups or something. Yeah, some glasses perhaps. Oof. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like they're already sorry, already starting to see some of the effects of the lockdown and the pandemic academically here. There's a bit of a trend, at least that university that I deal with. They're saying that the licensing exams for a lot of medical positions, doctors and pharmacists and things, the failure rate is increasing. And I think because the kind of level of education and also students' kind of dedication to their goals have been slipping a lot. So they're seeing, and a lot of universities here, especially the private universities, use that to promote, why you should spend money on tuition at their schools, because you're guaranteed to get your license, your doctor's license, if you finish this program. So it's starting to panic some of the universities because it's the amount of students is shrinking. Probably every year it's getting a little bit smaller in Japan. So there's a higher competition over fewer students. So those sorts of things are really scaring the schools, and definitely an effect of kind of the apathy or what malaise that caused by the pandemic. It's like, what's the point? Who cares? This could just happen again, and everyone just loses everything again. So yeah, it definitely took the wind out of a lot of very motivated people's life direction, which is sad. Ooh, it's like a old PlayStation. What is that? 2? Yeah, it does look like some kind of bizarro world version. Maybe I should do like this so I have room for eyes. Oh no. Yeah, Japanese, the Nihonshu is great. Yeah, there's a lot of good Japanese alcohol, and also the vending machines are just, yeah, a paradise of things that don't have to have a lot of sugar in them. There's a really good selection of tea and stuff here that is going to fill you full of corn syrup. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's the thing. Yeah, Japanese snacks and drinks are always going to be pretty awesome, just because the quality and flavors are so interesting and nice. You don't have to. Yeah, they don't do a lot of. I guess as novelties they do, but you don't have a lot of bizarre, bizarre flavors that are upsetting if you accidentally try them. All right, I gotta make sure everything is still working. Okay, it looks like my sorry, it looks like my audio is pretty low. I'll get the mic a little bit more in my face. Just not try to breathe. Oh yeah. Japanese, yeah, melon soda is great. Yeah, that feels like summertime once the all the melon soda starts showing up. And the funny thing is, I think Fanta does one of the best melon sodas. I'm not sure if maybe somebody, Coca-Cola or somebody, bought Fanta. I don't think it's a German company anymore, but that's funny. The Fanta melon soda is pretty good, and they do melon soda floats a lot in Japan, which is just a scoop of vanilla ice cream. That was one of my favorite things before I got on an airplane leaving Japan, as a melon soda float. Yeah, I still remember that feeling of coming back to Los Angeles after spending time in Japan, and the kind of wasteland that LA looks like. It's all like low and blasted and just hot and dusty. Like after being in kind of lush, even like crowded urban parts of Japan, it just looks so nasty. So it feels very unwelcoming. I always felt that even from the first moment that I was in Los Angeles. I always felt like it didn't want or care for you to be there. I don't need this. Yeah, you're just greeted by traffic and dusty highways. That was always a real come down. The flight is faster because of the jet stream. The flight's a little bit shorter, but yeah, getting home was just like, ugh. It felt terrible. Right. It's supposed to be a tire. Try some other little wheel. Yeah. Oh, probably. Yeah, it's often. I think they just have. They're just having water supply. I'm not sure if it's a true drought. I think certain parts of the U.S. were in drought, but a lot of times, just because they have trouble, resource-wise, supplying water. I mean, they get their water from Colorado, for God's sakes. A lot of water in Southern California is like brought all the way from the Rocky Mountains. But yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard any updates, but I know that they have a lot of energy trouble and water shortages. But I'm not sure if it's truly like drought conditions. It's just normal. Can't supply. For everybody that lives there, we can't supply everything we need. That's basically because LA really sprawls, or a lot of things in Southern California just kind of sprawl out. I don't know what this is. And maybe like an intertube. Inner tube? In not intertube. There's no T in it. Inner tube. Yeah, they just that's the only restriction to building because they have kind of unlimited land and things, but they just can't get electricity and resources there. So that's the biggest. I think that's what Chinatown was about, the Technicals and movie. But yeah, it's just the limited resources and not being able to supply basic public services to every place. So you can't just keep building and building because people aren't going to have enough water. The power grid isn't going to support them. Yeah, it's a mess. Okay, what was it doing? Oh, like some kind of wheel thing. Yeah. So it's been a while, and yeah, my daughter doesn't even live in that area anymore, so I don't get a lot of updates. Like a training wheel or something? There we go. Jelly donut, yeah, right. Oh, right. Nice. Like some kid is out there harassing the construction workers. Lovely. Yeah, I was thinking about like a training wheel. I didn't even remember what training wheels look like. All right. Something like, I don't know if that's going to read as what it's supposed to be. Okay, yeah, I think tire jokes are not going to be my strong suit. Yeah, maybe donuts is a better option. Yeah, maybe some holiday donut joke would be funny. Old, yeah, maybe I should just switch over to a blank canvas. But yeah, Halloween and Christmas donuts clashing. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull that off either. We'll just try some donut shapes. I like those fat raised donuts. Maybe not so huge. Those are fun to draw. Yeah, some sort of jelly, Christmas jelly filled thing. Sorry, I was distracted by some kid yelling at the and little kid, like barely probably like kindergarten age or whatever, was just yelling at the construction workers for making too much noise. That's funny. I gotta tighten something on my little arm here. It's making a clicking sound. There we go. Some kind of filled donut. What else? Some kind of maple log. What was my grandfather used to always, from a really lousy department store, they had a bakery there, and he would buy these things that he called lunch cakes, which is probably what the bakery called them. I'm sure he didn't make up the name, but they were kind of like these long donuts like this, and then on the top they had like maple frosting, like a glaze, but not on the whole thing. So they were a raised donut, but not a circular donut, a long donut, and he called them lunch cakes. And he always got lunch cakes. When we were coming, he always stopped by the department store and got lunch cakes. And I never quite understood what those were, and they were maple for some reason. They only came in one flavor, but I guess it's what that bakery was famous for. And I never understood quite where that came from. Yeah, let's make him a little fatter. I'm sure Google knows something about it. And it's probably like a regional thing. It's probably like a Midwestern thing or something. Hey, K5, how's it going? Good to see you. All right. Oh yeah, I was at the beginning of the stream, K5. I was wondering. I'm getting a notice on Facebook that they're muting my entire live stream because they don't have the rights to the Scott MacLeod. Is it Kevin MacLeod? The Kevin MacLeod track that I use for the intro and the outro. So they mute the entire stream, but I think that might just be in Japan because I'm sure Meta hasn't made any inroads with Sony Music or whatever, so they don't have any digital rights here. So I'm wondering if it's just so I can't hear when I play it on Facebook, and this is just a recent development too. It probably happened just a few months ago that they started muting it because of that music. But I don't want to change the music just for Facebook. I mean, I'd rather just not stream on Facebook anymore. Oh, I had not. No, I have not had. Yeah, bacon bits on a maple bar. I can imagine that would be a good thing because I don't mind when my pancake syrup gets all over the bacon for my diner breakfast. So I can imagine that could be an okay thing. Yeah, that's salty and sweet. Sometimes there's some combinations that are just perfect. But and these lunch cake things I'm talking about, they're not filled either. You'd think they would be like cream filled or something if they're going to be these long kind of glazed or these long raised donuts. But they're not filled. So they're just cakes, and the only thing on them, they're plain raised like long donuts, and they have just maple glaze frosting on top. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, Google Google is gonna. Yes, I don't think anybody knows. Yeah, now if I put maple in there, I'm just gonna get a bunch of weird stuff. Maple donut bars, yeah. So I guess it is a thing. Maple bar donuts, yeah. I don't know why they call them lunch cakes. Yeah, long johns. A lot of people are calling them maple long johns. You was calling them lunch cakes. I never understood that. Yeah, it's so funny. That had to be a weird regional thing. Because it's a cake you can eat for lunch. I don't know. I don't know what exactly. Got a box of lunch cakes. I think that department store like died. I mean, everybody died. Everybody's gone. But I think that department store went out of business a long time ago. So that bakery must have gone with it. Okay, let's do a couple more kind of standard looking donuts and see if I can come up with a holiday donut joke. Oh yeah, so we can do like yeah, somebody said that I'm just trying, it's just the exact same thing. Yeah, I should be live on Facebook now. Yeah, it says it's live. And I think it's just maybe the archive of it. So maybe I don't have any sound turned on. I'd have to get my headphones. Hey Yum, how's it going? Maple bacon. Two great tastes. Nice. Yeah, I just noticed I've been getting this message, and it says, only you can see this, and then it's telling me that, that Facebook is muting my live stream because it doesn't have the rights to the music I'm using. Where is this? This one? No, this one. There it is. Gotta make my thumbnails bigger. Yeah, so I was wondering if probably in the U.S. because Kevin MacLeod I think is either U.S. or Canada based. I'm sure So yeah, put some spider webs on the one of the donuts, and then all the Christmas donuts are going to be wondering why the thanks or Halloween donut is still around. Maybe try a little bit different composition. Something like that. Maple bacon. They're going to be a little bit more cautious. There we go. Yeah, so somebody made a comment about are those real or decorative cobwebs on my Halloween decoration cartoon, so we may as well repeat that joke. Steal that joke from one of the comments. I'm the only cartoon that uses comments as inspiration. Okay, so maybe this, and this. So, oh no, it's what's the thing that the move tool? There we go. So that's a good way to highlight everything. Oh. So let's clean up some of this. I like some of those tires, but I don't think I can do any tire jokes. All right. Cool. Donut comics that are bread and butter. Yes, I got a lot of them, don't I? Yeah, I think I draw that exact same donut every time. Okay, so a little coffee and a little, we'll make him OJ or something. It's so funny you can't call OJ, as in OJ Simpson, you can't call him a convicted murderer, but you can call him a convicted kidnapper because of that weird memorabilia charge in Las Vegas. What a world. What a world. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. All right. Guess I should color some of this stuff. Oh, I'm just under my name. Yeah, just my name on Facebook. I haven't. I don't stream directly to the page, that Abuse Cartoons page. I guess I should do that. But yeah, if you just go under my name on Facebook, so here I can just post that. Oh wait, yeah, if you just go here, yeah, on Facebook. Was I say something weird? Yeah. Oh, accept your request. Oh, do I have to? Where's your request? Sorry, I'm really bad. I haven't checked any where, what, who, what. I haven't checked any requests in a million years. Sorry. Okay, no, where the friends? Where I have to go to? Awaiting more news. Found a Japanese streamer apparently. Oh. Homemade translation of Lost Soldiers. Oh, cool. Sorry. Notifications. Oh, there we are. Oh, good. I'm glad it wasn't. It's 1 minute ago. Okay. Sorry, K5. Yeah, I've got requests that are like older than my daughter, I think, on Facebook. Nice. Thanks, K5. I found you. Yeah, for a while there, people were like spamming friend requests. So in the early days, people that were sending you those, you most likely knew. Oh, wait. I gotta fix this drawing first. The straw is not clear, so let's fix this a little bit. And this. Yeah, but then people just started spamming, I guess, to get their friend numbers up or whatever. Just started spamming people. I just got all these rando friend requests. So I started not looking at friend requests a long time ago. Right, and a nice red straw. All right. And I guess just... Oh no, I'll do like a light yellow. Yeah, like this, and with orange. And some sort of paper. Oh, I just got a... what was it? A tea at like an iced tea at McDonald's, and now McDonald's in Japan has switched to those ungodly paper straws too. I thought they were going to be the last holdout. I mean, it's probably different Japan and other countries, but McDonald's here has switched to those horrible pressed paper straws, which, yeah, I can't imagine last very long. But that McDonald's straw, because then they didn't even, I guess because they're paper and stuff, they don't want to put additional dye and stuff on them. But now they lost that distinctive stripe that McDonald's straws always had. So it's all over. Everything is coming to an end. Okay, so what is in the... just water? Well, we'll start with water and see if I get any better ideas. But yeah, I was surprised at that weird... There we go. Yeah, weird notification. And it's just new, so they must have failed in some sort of venture or gotten some, cease and desist or something from foreign music companies. Yeah, Facebook, I think, handles... I'm so glad they don't own YouTube or any sort of real platform. Well, I guess, yeah, Instagram. But their rules are terrible. Let's go with something red. Or, yeah, I'm trying to think of the opposite. Yellow. Just bright red, maybe. So we won't do a green circle for once. We'll do a red square. That'll confuse everybody. Okay. Oh, wait, what happened here? Oops. The only thing that was supposed to be on a separate layer was this water. Damn it. Okay, now it is. Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so maybe in the US I'm not muted, which is probably the only people that would even watch my stream from there. Yeah, but in Japan it is. I can't. If I go on Facebook from Japan, it's all muted. I'm not sure if that's just when it's in the archive after it's finished streaming, or when it's live as well. Thanks, K5. Always appreciate you being around. You're a great source of inspiration and very helpful with my geriatric handling of the internet. Oh wait, probably do this whole side in shadow. You might be able to get some sort of tax credit or something for elder care. Helping me use Facebook and YouTube. Oof, that's depressing. Oh, did I tell you that the senior discount, and I think they lowered this just recently, just like they're trying to lower the voting age. Senior discount in Japan is now 50 50 and over. So I qualify for a senior movie ticket in Japan, which is good because the movie tickets are crazy expensive here, like $20. But I will never pay that price. I will deny that age forever. It's crazy. But I think, yeah, they're a little bit in trouble. You know, they're always looking for better attendance. So I think that was part of the motivation, was just to get, more people in the seats, and especially and definitely after they're still playing a lot of just random weird movies, like Fellini's 8.5 was playing in the Japanese movie theater just recently. It's like, okay, why, what's happening? I didn't do anything on the straw. So yeah, they're still trying to get people into the movie theaters, and maybe, those cheaper, like, I don't know if that you can say that second run or whatever with those revival screenings must be a bit cheaper for them. So yeah, they're still doing that. That's not just like a lockdown thing. That's a regular, maybe like, like this. Go across everything. Yeah, so I was surprised that they're still doing that. And they're trying to, they're doing like the first Avatar. Oh, and they did a double feature with Maverick and the original Top Gun and stuff. So yeah, the movie theaters here are trying to make a comeback. And they're owned by the studios, so they've got a little bit of, cushion. But like I said, the movie business here is pretty broke. All right. That's kind of okay, right? So, yeah, they're just trying to get people back. It's nice because every movie theater here is reserved seats, so you're never fighting with somebody in their entire family over a movie theater seat. Like if you get up and get some snacks or something, you don't lose your seat and have to fist fight a family to sit third row center or whatever. A little bit bigger. Yeah, the quality of the movie theaters here is amazing too. There's no sticky floors. The focus and sound and everything is perfect every time. Yeah, so it's a lot better. Oh, great. Yeah, K5, that's really cool. That's very fun. Yeah, I wouldn't put. I've heard. I haven't had too many like terrible run-ins in movie theaters, but I've heard people. Yeah, have some. I think it's mostly because I listen to a lot of like New York comedians podcasts and stuff. So there's a lot of confrontation in New York movie theaters. But I did remember the nicest theater that we went to. It started doing the stadium seats, and that was much better because it was so easy for people to disrupt, to come in late and totally disrupt the theater. But then when they're like down a few, levels, they're not in anybody's way, and the sound they're making and stuff is not going to compete as much with the audio from the movie. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we're trying to do holiday donuts. So let's do holiday donut colors. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Much less interaction. uh, Yeah, I can't imagine now though that smartphones are so ubiquitous and stuff. I can't imagine being in a theater where someone's not, using their phone. All right. Let's try some different colors. Slight variations. Okay. And we'll do this donut a little like gray. Just so it looks old. Like it's been sitting around for a while. Yeah, this might work. We'll see. I'll do things on a separate layer so I can edit them. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been to a huge amount of movies in Japan, but I've never heard anybody shushed or anything in a movie theater. No one's brought a crying baby in. There's a lot of things that just, have never happened. But I had to do that. A few times. Bring a little kid into a movie theater and then get them the heck out of there once they started fussing. Try to maybe a little the angle. Oh, has anybody who watched the new Hellraiser movie? I just saw that. And it was funny because right before that I think I read it a long time ago, but I didn't have a great memory of it. But I read the Hellbound Heart, the Clive Barker story that the original Hellraiser was based on. And what are more Christmas color? Oh, green. I guess green frosting. And that's a surprisingly like what's a good way to describe it? Like almost like Lovecraftian in the way that it's what's going on here. I'm trying to depict the weird. There we go. The weird forces of evil. Or not even evil. It's not even that. That's the interesting thing about it. It's kind of the just these indifferent these gods that are kind of indifferent to people. All right, and I guess this is kind of Christmassy. That's another. I guess just a. There must be some school trip or something. There's a lot of people going by my window. Hope you guys can hear that. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, white frosting. Thank you. Yes. That's a classic Christmas donut. Oh, yeah, and that'll read well. Okay, so we'll just use this red and green. The sprinkles. And actually, let's break the lines with the sprinkles because I like when the sprinkles stand up off of the out of bounds. But yeah, that original story is kind of interesting. I enjoyed that. I don't know. The new Hellraiser, I'm not quite sure what they were going for. Oh, and we need some kind of filling for the donut. Yeah, good choice, Gave 5. That's exactly what. That's an exact Christmas donut. Nice. Okay, and so for the Halloween one, let's do like some kind of like sickly purple with orange, maybe. That's what Dunkin' Donuts did. A lot of purple, and purple became a Halloween color here. I think because of the sweet potato flavor that they often have in the spring. So we'll do this kind of drizzle. But then, one more layer. We'll do the, do the creepy cobwebs. No. And I think I said already I'm stealing this joke from the comment section. Oh, that's not. Let me pull this down a little bit. Yeah, just so. All right. Okay. Stupid idea, but yeah, it just made me laugh, so it must be okay. That's my QA for my cartoon. If I think if it feels stupid enough, then it. Oops, I gotta be masking this. Then it must be the right tone. Yeah, having that on another layer I think works well. But the effects were okay and stuff. It was just, yeah, the tone was weird and wrong because I think the thing that was missing, and I haven't watched a lot of the sequels. I think I've seen some. I haven't seen a lot of the sequels, but the kind of the necessary component is someone like desiring not just like some kind of money or power or something, but some experience like beyond our plane, like beyond what we can understand, and getting in, invoking the Cenobites. Can bring you to this other world of sensation, but it's, horrifying. It's like not what you thought it would be. So it's like that reaching too far. And that's what the original story had a lot of, is that idea that you think you know what you want, and but the reality is terrifying. It didn't quite do that. Oh, what? Really? Okay, smoothing. So where are the stripes? Those are here. Oh, that's right. No, it's not filled in. Yeah, wait, here we go. That's right, it's on a different layer. Okay, I think those work. Yes, that's right. Yep. No turkey. No, yeah, I should. They definitely must have, like at cheesy grocery stores and stuff, like a donut with just a plastic turkey stuck in it. Yeah, we're going straight. We're going straight from Halloween to none of that celebrating those damn pilgrims. This is an anti-pilgrim, strictly anti-pilgrim live stream. All right. Oops. Always doing that. Oh, actually, I think I need to make it so shiny. And definitely the jelly has a little shine. But yeah, everything else I don't think needs to be high gloss. Turkey donuts. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I miss, I don't even realize Thanksgiving's come and gone. Used to be a big thing because that would be Christmas for my daughter, so we didn't have to like share. Like, custody's a fun thing. So for my older daughter, we just have her for the Thanksgiving weekend, then we do Christmas presents and stuff early, and that worked out okay. But now I don't even realize when it's Thanksgiving. Okay, he's got to look dejected. And oh wait, what happened to the webs? There they are. Thought I lost you, spiderwebs. Okay. So these are concerned Christmas donuts. It's a little early for the Christmas donuts. I think by Christmas they're actually going to look like the Halloween donut there. I think early November is a. Although all the 100 yen shops have, and he's just contemplating his own existence over here, have Christmas things out already. Yeah, it's really funny the way that, because it's not really a holiday here. By early December, people are tired of Christmas. They don't want to have anything to do with Christmas. Because I did, for when I was doing gallery thing when we were doing shows, I would do Christmas cards every year or some kind of Christmas kind of decoration thing. Never sold a single thing because they would have a winter show, and the winter show was like middle of December, and everyone has already done and bought and dealt with anything Christmas that they were going to deal with that year. So the timing was just terrible. I should have done only Easter. I don't know. There's no Easter here. All right, there's a sad ancient ancient donut. There we go. Turkey nuts. Yeah, I can picture a plastic turkey in a stuck in like a cupcake or a donut. So there must have been some kind of turkey nuts or turkey muffins, turkey cakes, turkey cupcakes. All right. Oh, there's a little bit of wonkiness in these drawings too, so that's good. All of these, oops. There we go. God damn. The one-eyed coffee cup. Okay, now I think I've got everything under control. So let's switch over to the, yeah, fuck that Santa Claus. What's he got that Halloween ain't got? There's a couple of houses that do Christmas lights that are just Japanese people that do Christmas lights. But there are... nobody does Halloween decorations. Yeah. And I think that's a thing, too, because you're kind of trying to invite trick-or-treaters and stuff. So that doesn't do anything. All right. Oh, they do Halloween in Sweden. Wow. There's a lot of costumes. I don't remember that. I don't think that was trick-or-treating. I mean, I was, high school student, like senior high school. Senior year high school. Oh. What happened? I don't even know. Sorry. I'm looking at nonsense. Okay. But yeah, so they have decorations, like little decorations, maybe like for your cubicle or whatever. But yeah, Halloween is fun. I mean, that's easily some of the best memories because Christmas is so family, and we didn't really do stuff because your Christmas holiday started, so you didn't see your classmates or whatever, so you just saw like the neighborhood kids or your best friends that came over for sleepovers or whatever. But everyone is so busy with family stuff for Christmas that even though kids get Christmas presents and stuff, I still have the best like friend memories and Halloween party memories and stuff as a kid for Halloween, and plus the having that like month's worth of candy if you rationed it well. That month's worth of candy was pretty awesome. I can't believe now that we have the ring doorbell videos, how many people, I mean, why would you ever just don't even bother leaving a bowl of candy out, because one person takes all of that. Like the first person that shows up just dumps that whole thing. And I love when it's like fat parents like stuffing infinite candy. It's like they're literally just going to eat that candy. And they're screaming at their kids and eating all their candy. But yeah, but it did have a lot of happy memories from Halloween. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Christmas gets, although the Christmas cookie table, if any of your family members or your family did the Christmas cookie table, that's pretty great. Like a little server or some like little side table or something. So if neighbors visit and they like exchange cookies, basically they bring you a plate of cookies. Anybody that visits over the holidays sometimes would bring plates of snacks, sweets. And so those would all go on this one table. And so, yeah. So the middle of the night, like around the Christmas holiday, middle of the night, like lifting up the saran wrapper, the tinfoil, and eating Christmas cookies in the middle of the night. That's a nice memory as a kid. But yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Not otherwise, yeah, I can't think. And also the kind of religious component. That's a nice thing about Halloween is it doesn't have a heavy religious component. So like midnight mass or there's always some service that you might get religious service you might get pulled into depending on your family. So Christmas has that, but yeah, Halloween is devoid. It's pure Satan. Pure Satan worship. Oh yeah. They're leaving. Yeah, I was surprised. I guess in the UK they leave like brandy or schnapps or some kind of like alcohol for Santa, which would be much more fun to drink as a parent. But yeah, milk and cookies we always left. Milk and cookies, and they were just from the whatever the cookies that were made that season. They were just from there. Uh, yeah. Yep, we have no fireplace, no chimney, so I have no idea how Santa Claus does it anymore. Oh, crazy. Yeah, rum and cookies. It's like, yeah. All right. Yeah, that's the only the cookie exchange. We should have more cookie-based economies. That is one nice thing about about holidays. Okay, so let's jump back to the where we were October 1st. No, it should be I think we finished October, it should be November 1st. Let's go to November 1st and see where we are here. Oh, I missed the second here. Okay, yes, my always wrong tape measure. Let's do some comments. There we are. So the always wrong tape measure. Tape measure wanted to measure more intangible things than simply length and width. So yeah, we're doing November. So that was November 1st, 2006. Oh, here we go. Once counted, the ballot couldn't have felt more insignificant. Around election time, yeah, early November. Oh, that's right. We've got midterms next week in America. Let the violence begin. Swing those hammers. November 4th. No one should have to choose between ketchup and barbecue sauce. It's a potato's choice. A Sophie's choice for potatoes. All right. November 5th. She was a waffle lover in a pancake world. Look at that. Stuck with nothing but pancakes. I guess I should have made it a bigger stack of pancakes. November 6th. The milkshake was sure that however much was left in the tumbler wasn't going to be enough. Yeah, did you guys ever have milkshakes like that? I think Friendly's did that. At least I remember the specific one that my grandfather took us to did, where they give you the metal tumbler. So the whole milkshake, everything that they make doesn't fit in the glass that they give you. So they give you the glass and then the metal tumbler with another like half of a milkshake in it. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh, I can imagine what TV and radio and everything is like, and probably a lot of internet. You're probably getting hit on Facebook and everywhere else. Yeah, oof. Midterms. I can't imagine what 2024 is going to be like either. That's going to be evil. But yeah, I always liked that. And you always have that. So the milkshake machines, they mixed up most of it, but you still had kind of a blob of ice cream at the bottom. So always in that metal tumbler, there's one more boop, big like clump of ice cream. Maybe it's just the poor quality of ice cream that we got. November 7th. 2 perfect, undamaged potato chips could not make up for being left with only greasy crumbs. Perfect, undamaged potato chips. November 8th. The credit card receipt knew the longer they waited, the more it would cost them. Is that me already? Yes. All right. A compounded interest joke. A revolving debt joke. November 9th. The bottle of antacid burned with a passion no mere tablet could contain. Okay. Antacid jokes. You gotta love those. Am I getting... Sorry, make sure I get the joke. I can't see the date, but November 10th. The bag of rice wish rice could be thrown at a wedding instead of continually steamed. Oh, it wants to be wedding rice. November 11th. Oh, are we jumping already? Wait. No, okay, yeah. I missed one. There wasn't anything for November 2nd. That's interesting. The Yellow Pages only felt full of alphabetical untruths. Yeah, so, yeah, especially in the U.S., there's a lot of, dishonest ads in Yellow Pages. So just, picking a plumber or whatever from the Yellow Pages is not great. The restaurant was called Ramrod. No kidding. Wow, no joke. Nice. Ramrod. November 12th. Once full, the vacuum cleaner bag realized how much everything sucked. Yep, being full of hair and lint can't be fun. Are there even vacuum cleaners with bags anymore? November 13th. The harshness of life was beyond his fabric softening abilities to lessen. Harsh and staticky. November 14th. The water supply for a hamster was not the glamorous life he used to imagine. The water supply for a hamster was not the glamorous life he imagined. November 15th. He shouldn't help thinking that he flopped when he should have flipped. That's not even a dad joke. That's almost a grandpa joke. He flipped when he should have flopped. He flopped when he should have flipped. All right. November 16th. Used tissues always filled him with sympathy and disgust. So someone was crying or something else. Blowing their nose. November 17th. The only thing the food processor had trouble with was grief. Processing grief. Yeah, that was the joke. Food processor couldn't process grief. November 18th, 2006. The dry eraser wondered where all the markers went and why she always ended up with chalk. Yeah, chalk doesn't dry up, though. That's the one thing. All right, November 19th. Sunday was his one reprieve from being stuffed with unwanted bills and junk mail. Yeah, now there's a lot of days. Isn't the Postal Service extending days where there's no mail? Aren't they doing Saturday, Sunday or something? I thought I heard that the U.S. Postal Service was trying to do fewer deliveries. So they're giving another day. And so they're asking for another day in delivery. So instead of 3 days, it's 3 to 5 days or something. And then also there's one more day with no mail service, which sucks. So if you live on, government checks or whatever, that really sucks. One more day, you're completely broke. All right. November 20th. The point of displaying extremely dead flowers eluded the vase. Extremely dead flowers. November 21st. For the change purse, a penny saved was just one more thing to distort her formerly girlish figure. Oh, I'm subverting Ben Franklin or whoever said that. November 22nd. The plastic bag of turkey gravy had frozen into the most uncomfortable position imaginable. Yeah, I like that. Ziploc bags full of like soup or, you know, broth or whatever. If you put them in the freezer and there's some weird position for the bag, they just get stuck like that. November 23rd, whole grain bread's dietary elitism was more than obvious. Dietary elitism. All right, November 24th. After all they had been through, neither lemon or lime had much hope to get things back together. They'd been cleaved in twain. Yes, a rookie mistake, Yum. That's true. You can't have anything going on. All right. November 25th. Even unplugged, the hand massager still shook with frustration. Nice. 26th. All of the throw pillows resented being treated so literally. As in thrown. Okay. 27th. Once the popcorn was finished, so was their relationship. The salt in the bowl. Yeah, I'm getting... These are really tiny, aren't they? That's so funny. Nothing to do with each other. All right. November 28th. Now that now that his jar was empty, they had even less in common. All these bad relationships. Especially amongst jars. Oh, here we go. A smoking joke. November 29th. At this point, there was nothing to discuss. They were all burnt out. All right. And November 30th. Powder blue was not a confidence-building color for a rental tuxedo. Look at that little clip-on rental bow tie. And, oh, there we go. We're going to have some Christmas this year in 2006. So December 1st. So we'll leave it here. The anticipation of the holiday season was most unbearable for the wrapping paper. Waiting to wrap all those presents. Or smash them upright between waffles and Hot Pockets. Yes. Frozen bags of liquid. Nice. All right. Yeah, so we'll see where this goes. I'm not sure. This might have been the year. It was one of those earlier years that I did a ton. Like, I think almost all of December was Christmas. I'm not sure if it was this year or not. We will find out. Tune in next week. All right. Yeah, interesting. Now, back to the writing. Oh, nice. Nice. December 2nd. Very cool. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Is that going to be a streaming day? December 2nd this year is Friday. Is a Friday this year. But it'll be the day before. But the day before. It'll be double the day before. Nice. We'll have to do a pre-birthday celebration. A birthday week celebration. Happy month away birthday. Yay. Enjoy this last month of being the previous age. Okay. So, something about water. I can change that from water to something else, or just an completely empty glass. A beverage joke. So all of them are kind of portable. Kind of weird. I'm just thinking of the bendy straw. Maybe I should do eyes on the straw as well. That might be kind of fun. Tiny eyes. So maybe one above water or one below water. All right. Oh, what timing? No energy left. Sorry, a little preview of the of the taster. We're supposed to drink it when it's hot, but I wasn't gonna finish drawing in time. Yeah, it's fine. Not hot anymore. I don't think the heat does anything for that coffee. All right. The straw now lives. Yes. I have created yet another character in this complicated passion play. So either noticing, so straw envying having a straw. They both wish they had straws. Let's see. Yeah, looking longingly at the drinking straw. The other beverages, I think that's a good opener. Oh, how about like a biblical reference, right? To covet his straw. So covet another's straw, covet. Yeah, that's how it's said. No, that's not good or funny or anything. I like the other beverages though. The other beverages seem to envy his his ability with straws, his straw. The power of God and anime. Yes, exactly. Oh man. His ability with straws, his ability for straws to be excited by water. Or they thought they had much better beverages. Thou shalt not covet another beverage straw. Yeah, so so their envy. Let's see. Yeah, I think my level, I don't want to turn up because in OBS I can turn the input level up, but it seems to create a lot more line noise. I think I'm getting some weird, I don't know if it's the cable or what, but this microphone is getting some weird noise because I was just using my the other one that I have, the cheaper one, a much cheaper one that I have at the office for streaming for game stuff, and yeah, everyone was saying it was much nicer audio, so that sucks. Okay, maybe we should just get a little mixer for here instead of going through this cheap preamp. I wonder if that's my problem. The other beverages seem to envy his straw. His straw. Straws don't double dip. Nice. Or yeah, just I can. Yeah, I guess I'd have to draw the wrapper for it to completely work. But the other once unwrapped, and nobody else got to have the straw. That's kind of weird. The other beverages and envied his way with straws. So drinking straws, or something about like needing a straw. Yeah, no sloppy seconds, single use only. Yeah, so sharing a straw. So the other beverages wondered about the rules for sharing straws, or why water needed a straw. Uh, hmm. Or the drinking straw made the seemed to have made the most boring choice, the most uninteresting choice. Oh yeah, so how about something like that? The drinking straw seemed happy with the most uninteresting choice of beverages. Mysteriously boring beverage choice. Drickning. The drickning straw seemed happy, or drinking straw seemed happy. There's no indication either way. That's just me saying that. The drinking straw oddly made most interesting seemed happy with the most uninteresting choice of beverages. Yeah, that's right. Decided to lounge by the drinking water. The not drinking water. What the glass of water? What's the tap water? I guess that's what I was thinking. Oh yeah, they didn't need a straw, but not having something about straw envy, like playing more on that straw envy thing. Content. Oh, content is better than happy. Yeah, yum. Thank you. Seem content with the most uninteresting choice of beverages. Yeah, I think just saying water is boring, I guess is. I like envy though. Their straw envy. They're drinking straw envy. Yeah, even though they didn't need it, they wanted it. They didn't realize they wanted a straw until they didn't have one. Hmm. Yeah, I think uninteresting choice works. Okay, I like figuring. I don't think I can figure out some kind of envy. Yeah, the drinking straw seemed content is good. Content with the most interesting choice of straw, because it's not like happy. It's not making any look. It's just floating, one eye submerged. Uh, yeah, drinking straw seemed content with the most uninteresting choice of beverages. One duck puts a leaf on its head, and now the whole pond is in an uproar. Oh yeah. Starting something by using a straw. Now everyone needs a everyone needs one. Yeah, they didn't realize wanted how much they wanted a drinking straw until they saw the glass of water. Um, they didn't realize how much they wanted, how much they needed a drinking straw until they saw the glass of water with one. Yeah, that's pretty long. Well, let's go back, give it some time, let it mature. Oh, okay. So, holiday donut jokes. So something like there was no way the cobwebs, should I call them cobwebs or spider webs? So this late in the season, or edible? Decorative, edible? Never occurred to them before, but now straw was all they could think. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I like, yeah, their obsession with the straw. We need one of those. Yeah, I like that idea. I think I like that idea a lot more than boring choice. The envy thing, I think, is funnier. Yeah, now having a straw was all they could think about. Or just until now, they never realized how much they wanted. Until that moment. It was at that moment that there was no way the cobwebs were decorative or edible. Yeah, Christmas, like immediately having Christmas follow Halloween. They were embarrassed. Or it made them wonder what they would look like in January. uh, yeah, so holiday donuts. The spooky fate of all Halloween donuts, or all holiday donuts. Yeah, just because it's specifically the cobwebs, I wanted to reference, yeah, whether they were uh, part of the, decorative or edible or part of the design. Or they slowly realized it was just a very old Halloween donut. They began to realize how old the Halloween donut must actually be. Part of the design, part of the look. His only solace was knowing New Year's donuts were right around the corner. That's right. New Year's donuts was going to make them all look old. Yeah, something about the weird, the creepy fate, the eerie fate of all. Oh, I bet. Yeah, yeah. I can imagine that happening. Yeah, especially like hard candy or whatever that just people have around forever. Yeah, that was always. I remember like living in a neighborhood where you get a lot of trick or treaters. If you ran out, you were like scrambling for something to give kids when they came to the house. So yeah, you did end up like grabbing random random stashes of candy. So there could be some pretty old stuff involved. Yeah, and by that should have been a Halloween candy at Christmas. That should have been. It was a good year if you were still eating Halloween candy by Christmas. Uh, So he wasn't as creepy as he was old. Hmm. Or leftover donut. Uh, yeah, they were confronting their uh, holiday donuts, confronting their fear of being left over. Uh, creepy leftover donuts. Um, looking at their future, overachiever with the decorations. Yeah, yeah. Something about white dusty milk chocolate. Yeah, that weird, yeah, that hazy weirdness of cheap chocolate. I think it's just like the wax or whatever. I heard somebody explain what that was, and I forget exactly, but it looks like yeah, just whatever the some binding agent or whatever, or something that helps the chocolate not melt. Just like it makes it look weird and dusty. Fleeting novelty is good. Yeah, novelty or being left over, or make it until next year. If he would still be around next year. Chances, odds were he would still be around next year. Mm. Or how many Halloweens ago he was from. Uh, he was incredibly realistic, or from a previous Halloween. Uh, hmm. Yeah, so a change of novelty. Yeah. The time sensitive or being stuck. He goes, it's the same thing every year, yes. A dusty old donut. Oh, yeah, or maybe they thought they remembered. Oh, no, but then they would have had to be around last year. That doesn't make any sense. They thought they remembered seeing him last year. But that they would be just as old then. Uh, they wondered if he was. Sorry. How many Halloweens ago he was from, where he was. He's always dressed. Oh, or redecorating? Was it possible? That would be funny too, just like reusing donuts. Just redecorating donuts would be appropriate. So redemption through redecoration, or he was too far gone. Too far gone to be. Let's do the. I didn't do the little drop shadows on the sprinkles. Procrastination. Make them look a little more 3D and not just floating on the surface. I guess there wouldn't be a shadow in midair. Okay, there we go. There we go. Was this the fate? I don't want it to be a question, but was this the fate of all holiday novelty donuts? And yeah, nothing. There was nothing sadder than a out of date, or he was just decorating for next. He pretended he was just decorating for next year. He was either very early or very late. Oh, actually, it's not any more drawing. I'll just keep mumbling. Yeah, I'll move the monitor up. Give me a little more space here. All right. There was no way the cobwebs were decorative. So he was either showing his age or determination to look festive. Oh yeah, I like that too. If it was, yeah, I've done 2 Halloween cobweb jokes. Holiday novelty donuts. He was successful in so successful in he felt even more scary. Oh, scary. Yeah, scarier out of season. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. So maybe Halloween do the full donuts. Yeah, I like that. That's really good. Frightening out of season. With an L or a 1? What is that? Holiday donuts were even more frightening out of season. That's a great, yeah, that works well. And again, the question is, so I didn't use the idea of the cobwebs being fake or edible. Holiday donuts were even more frightening out of season. Frightening, yeah. Or scary? Maybe scary is better. Yeah, scary I think is funnier. Yeah, Halloween donuts were even more scary out of season. Yes, brevity. Maple bar. All right. So Halloween donuts were even more scary out of season. That's good. Is that an extra space? No. Okay, that works. And let's go back to this. Is this gonna happen? The drinking straws seem content with the most uninteresting choice of beverages. Now that they saw it, they really envied the straw. Now everyone wanted one. They didn't realize how much they wanted until this moment. None of them realized how much they needed drinking straws, wanted drinking straws, desired, coveted. Yeah, if drinking water could use it. If a glass of water had one, why didn't they? Bacon bits on a maple donut. Yeah, I gotta see. I don't think there's enough popularity of bacon here, or at least bacon flavor. Sucked versus slurped. All right. Suddenly looked so much more desirable. The glass of water was suddenly so much more desirable with a drinking straw. Or just something simple like, now they all needed to have one, wanted to have one. So something really short like that makes you go back and see what that's referring to. Now they all wanted to have one. When you miss the straw. Oh, that's great. If drinking water deserved a straw, why not them? Yeah. That's I don't want to do it in the form of a question, but if there's a better, or if anyone seemed more unworthy, yeah, a glass of water seemed very unworthy. Wanted to have. Now they all wanted one. You could even go shorter than that. That's really short, though. Now they all wanted one. That might be... is that clear enough? I mean, the straw is very visible and bright. Yeah, I like the deserving thing. Why the glass of water? But I haven't written a super concise one like that before, or for a long time. Yeah, I like that it implies that you have to like make the assumption, but there is a lid and a carton, a reseal or a closable carton. So I guess you have to decide that a straw is the. I'm gonna go with the super concise. I think it's been a while. I don't know if that's gonna work. So should I move it down? It doesn't feel very centered. Yeah, let me kind of do this. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. Yeah. Now they all wanted one. Yeah, those real short ones are always about... Yeah, because nothing seemed to help with the umbrella in the coffee. Yeah. Halloween donuts were even more scary. Out of season. Yeah. More cobweb jokes. All right, I think that's good. It's short and sweet. All right. Now they all wanted one. Yeah, I like that it's super short and should be clear enough. We'll find out in the comments next week if the people are like, what wanted what? What are you talking about? And check all my spelling. I like how it likes to put... I don't know if the spelling is correct, but how about a hyphen? Halloween donuts were even more scary out of season. Hoo. Because the cobwebs may be real. I guess that's kind of implied in that joke. All right. Yeah, they already have lids. What more do you want? You've got a carton. You've got a lid. Come on. No appreciation. All right. All right, so that'll go out today, almost. Maybe not. It'll probably go out tomorrow. And no, and so this will be for what, November 8th. So that's a little bit more into the season, so hopefully that make a little more sense. All right, and then we'll just revert this guy. All right, so let me upload these, and then we will test some products. Actually, it's only one thing now because I've had a sip of the coffee. What is it? Is it a latte? Yeah, I had a sip of the latte already. But I'll try to give you a more. Oops, come on. A believable opinion. Sorry, just want to put these up just in case there's a chance they can go out in the email. I don't think they're going to be picked up quick enough. All right, so here we go, and I'll show you a little bit of what I was talking about. So off to the convenience store. Nope, you got here in plenty of time, Yum. No, I did. I cheated a little bit because I I was supposed to heat this up. Well, I did heat this up in the microwave, but of course it didn't stay. It didn't stay warm. Okay, so you can see above me. So Lawson's convenience store did this thing where they have these 7 test products, and you can buy them and try them, and then give your opinion of what was your favorite or what you liked about whatever. This is a website to vote, and then one of them may be made into a regular item. So I have to zoom in. I think I can just make this window bigger so I can see. Oh, actually, I can make a projector, can't I? Let me do that. Oh no. Oh, that's interesting. You can do it of the whole source. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So I can read this a little bit better. Okay, so there's 7 makers test products. So this little red scribble up here. Oh, my thing. Why is it going behind? Oh, that's so bizarre. So that little symbol in the corner is a test. So test products. So these are products that never existed or have never existed. So starting from the left side of your screen, I was able to find this. So mayonnaise, garlic, potato chips. The second one was the one that I really wanted to find is candy with no flavor. So this the second one, the orange one, candy with no flavor, which I couldn't find. I think it sold out because it doesn't make any sense. The next one is a ramen, a garlic, similar to like a Korean garlic ramen. Next one is chuhai with protein, so like a lemon, kind of a lemon sour, like a lemon vodka kind of drink with protein in it. The next one is just a strange lemon, like an alternative lemon flavor. The other one is a sports drink sour, so I think an alcoholic sports drink. And the last one I have as well. So I have the first one and the last one. Those are the only ones I was able to find. And the last one is a cold. So maybe it has. So we'll start with the last one. So it's a latte. It's an oishi latte that you should heat up. So it's supposed to. You're supposed to heat it up, but it's in the cold section. So it must have like real dairy in it or something. Oh wait, I guess we could check that. But it. This is just a sample flavor. So it's like one extra step, which is a little bit weird. So it's in the refrigerated section, but you're supposed to drink it hot. And so like the little instructions are like, just peel the top and then microwave it for a couple of minutes. And it didn't really have any great benefit. It didn't really have any great benefit. Heat it up. It tastes about the same. And it's about room temperature now, and there's no big flavor difference. It wasn't like more aromatic, or the flavor didn't work any better. I can just take this whole thing off. Didn't work any better with it being hot, but maybe it's better than some of the canned coffees and stuff because they don't have to put preservatives in it. If it's refrigerated, it probably doesn't have as many chemicals in it. to try to maintain the flavor. It tastes like real milk. It doesn't taste like sometimes there's like a fake whitening kind of milk thing made with like vegetable oil that they put in here. It's fine. It's not particularly exciting. And who is this? So these are all different makers doing this. So this one is okay. It's not amazing. I was hoping that the hot version, there would be something interesting about it when it was being hot. But I think it's just supposed to be a more natural flavored coffee, because there's a lot of these iced coffees, or there's a lot of these coffees you can drink cold, and none of them do you heat up. None of the ones from the refrigerated section would you ever heat up. So this is maybe kind of a novelty, something you buy cold to heat up. I don't know. Or maybe it can be drunk as both. It doesn't say. But yeah, it specifically is like telling you here with a little microwave graphic to heat it up. Yeah, it's weirdly normal, and it's kind of a weird extra step. So I'm not quite sure. It doesn't make it really taste any better. And they have the little coffee bar machines now. So if you wanted a hot latte, this doesn't taste better than the hot latte you can get, behind the counter. So I'm not sure what the idea was for this, and it's not in a very convenient cup. It's kind of a weird, long, narrow cup to drink. So, okay. I don't get it. So it tastes better though than the ones that you drink cold. Those could never be heated because they've got some weird flavor stuff in it. Oh, sorry. I'm opening this already. And this is the Calbee, find some angle here. The Calbee garlic mayonnaise potato chips. So garlic mayonnaise potato chips. So just the typical, you can see here, kind of typical looking, like Lay's style potato chips, but garlic. Ooh, yeah, very, very garlic mayonnaise. Yeah, wow. So I think these are supposed to be kind of a Korean flavor. Whoa, really garlicky. Yeah. There's a real kick of garlic. Yeah, but there's a kind of definitely a mayonnaise. Like they definitely taste like mayo and garlic, but the garlic is really strong. So maybe it's supposed to be like a Korean style, like kind of yakiniku style taste. Ooh, yeah, okay, I'm not going to have too many of these. These are really garlicky. Yeah, if I didn't care what my breath would be like tomorrow, I would definitely go for these. But yeah. This is really hard to read the printing on this. Yeah, so potato test. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. Oh, and there's a hashtag. If you want to support the garlic mayo chips, there's a hashtag for it. Yeah, so yeah, the website to let them know. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, these are fine. They're a little too garlicky. I can't imagine though, if you're going to eat these at lunch, if you're not going to eat these at the end of the night, you're going to ruin your relationship with your coworkers. That's pretty strange. Yeah, so you can see from the other stuff, there's some really odd. I really, if I find it, I'll bring it later. But the candy with no flavor doesn't seem to make any sense. Like why you just want something that dissolves in your mouth. So, boy, neither of those. That's probably why they were still there. Why I could find them is because they're very unexciting. But yeah, the coffee is not unusual. I'll send them to K5. It'll be a birthday. It'll be probably a late birthday present by the time they get there. And they might be a little stale, dehydrated mayo. Okay, nice. Yeah, you got to support the garlicky mayonnaise flavor. So yeah, but you can see it's different companies, but they did a very similar, just this weird handwritten test thing. So it's a big, obviously a big gimmick, and it's only going on until November 7th. So just a few more days. So the odds that I'm going to find any more of them are probably pretty slim. But I don't know if I need protein in my alcohol drinks. I don't know if I need a sour tasting sports drink. It's very odd. Yeah, so I'll have to check and see. I'll check back and see like what won, like what was the most popular or had the most positive feedback. But yeah, very just okay. Yeah, that's weird. There is something though in these coffees, these refrigerator coffees, and I think it is just that this is milk, and most of the time it's not. Just for it to make it sound, make it work longer, stay on the shelf longer. And heating this up doesn't ruin the flavor, but it doesn't make it actually much better. Yeah, if I can find the flavorless candy, I'm definitely going to buy a bunch of it. So I'll have some. And I'm not sure, they might be, if they're individually wrapped, that would be perfect. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. If it's a Ziploc bag, then they're just loose. But I'll try to get a hold of some of those. Those would be a fun thing to share. Wow. Okay, so I failed in getting many of these products, and they have failed to be very interesting at all. Yeah. Well, I can still taste though the garlic is really strong on those chips. I guess if you just put garlic powder on potato chips, it's gonna be strong. And it goes okay with the mayonnaise. It's a little overpowering because I don't taste anything even slightly mayonnaise anymore. But I definitely, that garlic is gonna be around. Yeah, you should just have them out in a candy dish and be like, "Oh, what flavor are these? Oh, you tell me. What flavor do you think it is?" That would be great. A totally flavorless candy, and then ask people. So, what do you think? What flavor do you think that is? And see how many. I remember as a kid, like just those really cheap icy pops or popsicles. I don't think they were flavors. I think like the really cheap ones were just sugar water colored. But because of the color, you had this like psychological, like, oh, this must be like cherry because it's red. This must be something because it's green. Yeah, just constantly gaslighting people. Yeah, so enjoy. This is my favorite flavor candy. What is it? What's it supposed to taste like? Well, you tell me. Yeah, so I wonder what. Oh yeah, yeah, strawberry. Yeah, strawberry is nice. Yeah, I always like that. So cherry was red and strawberry was like pink or dark pink a lot of the times, or with like hard candies or like dum dums or something like that. Yeah. Wow. Well, that wasn't as fun as I was hoping it would be. Uh, Lawson let us down. Yeah, I don't know. These chips are way too garlicky. I can't imagine them making it regularly because they already do like garlic and beef and things. So it's green flavor. Yeah, exactly. It's save the planet flavor. No additional. But the description did say for the candies that it was all synthetic sugar, so it probably tastes like something. Like, yeah, not a flavor, but it tastes like something pretty horrible. I don't know. Sorry, I'm making too much noise. I got my big water pot for painting in the way. Well, okay. Well, the seven makers mystery test items. Yeah, I just wanted to share. That's the kind of silly things, silly promotions they do at um, the convenience stores here, and it did get some attention. I did hear people talking about it, so it's one of those odd things that do happen. All right, back to the the mystery donuts. Wow. Well, we made it. So sorry about the late schedule uh, this week, but we did get it in before the deadline. That's good. Oh, maybe these might actually go out. But yeah, so we'll see how see how it goes next week. I don't have a lot of faith that I'm not going to get derailed again. Hmm. Yeah, and definitely coffee and garlic potato chips are not a great combo. Uh, wow. Oh, that's right. All kinds of stuff. But yeah, so we'll try this again. Hopefully, I can find something more fun and interesting. Yeah, I wondered, yeah, what they were doing. So synthetic sugar doesn't make any sense to be flavorless. Like that's really weird. So, um, so they have no calories too. So no flavor, no calories. It's just something that dissolves in your mouth. Yeah, very strange. Well, we'll have to see if we can. I hope that's the one that wins, though. That would be great. The one that was the most popular. That would be. I would imagine if it's the one that stands out the most, as in why would you do that? But I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Thanks for hanging in through the the spooky donut drawing. And we'll try this again next week. Yeah, hopefully. It is. There wasn't much for Halloween. It was weird. There were just a couple of bags of like just standard candy with the packaging was redesigned for Halloween, but there wasn't a lot interesting. And then a lot of sweet potato and pumpkin flavored stuff this year. So nothing great. Nothing. Yeah. I think summer is always more fun here. There's good flavors and stuff. Yeah, I really wonder what that. Yeah, because the fake sugar does have a kind of chemical flavor, so it wouldn't have no flavor, that candy. So I don't know, but it wasn't the typical stuff like the sweeteners. The sugar that they used wasn't like the stevia or the sucrose or any of those standard aspartame or whatever. It wasn't any of those. So I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. Messing messing with candy in that way is yeah, pretty blasphemous, but yeah. All right, so give us a like on the stream to see if that helps. Oh, I think everybody that was watching did. But thank you for the likes, and hopefully that'll get more people to be able to see what's going on this live stream. And if they're trying to watch it on Facebook, they can watch me. The funny thing is they mute the video, but you can still turn on the closed captioning. So I'm just talking and drawing and going on, but everything I'm saying is being like auto captioned. So that's pretty funny. You can still like read my nonsense. You just can't hear it on Facebook. But abusecartoons.com is the website, and we were looking at the archive on gocomics.com/domestic abuse, where you can see all the new cartoons as well with the with comments and people actually liking them and commenting on them. And that'll do it for this week. So yeah, it was so fun. Thank you guys for being here. It was a great time to spend. As always, you're very inspirational. You help me focus my ideas. I think the jokes are a lot funnier since the chat has started to happen. So take care, everyone, and I will see you next week. So Abuse Cartoons everywhere. If you prefer Twitch, we're on Twitch as well. I've got some other places I could send this. I wonder if I should go to Odyssey or something with this live stream. If there's, I don't know, some kind of audience somewhere. But until then, we'll be back next week. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.